This podcast is a production of Unfiltered Studios. If you would like to know more about joining Unfiltered Studios, please visit our website at unfpod.com for more information.
In the outlands of space, there's a wild new frontier.
You got a problem, Red Eye?
Yeah, I got a problem.
Where the good guys are only human.
You get out of town, or I'll kill you. You ain't gonna kill nobody.
And the bad guys are not.
We're gonna show the good people of Oblivion the great advantages to a town run by Red Eye.
Where the liquor's hard.
Jim, beam me up.
And the women are wild.
Delicious.
And the natives are on the warpath.
Praise God!
Because in this town, it's not cowboys and Indians.
Not so fast, Pocahontas.
It's cowboys and aliens.
We're getting a posse together. Who's with me?
My family's spirits cry out to be avenged.
I love the way this guy talks!
Is that a fact?
Definitely!
Oblivion. It's high noon in outer space.
We talk about Full Moon almost all the time. I resaw the Oblivion movies. They still hold up. They are so much fun.
I've been meaning to watch those. Think of the one written by Peter David for Full Moon.
But I mean, you gotta love it. It's just, again, yeah, Peter David came up with the concept. Brian De Palma's protege, Sam Irvin, directed. George Takei is doing Star Trek references. Julie Newmar, Isaac Hayes, Meg Foster, Musata Vander. The Wishmaster himself, Andrew Divoff, has great alien makeup with an eye patch. He's just like
green lizard skin with the red eye patch.
Yeah, set in the year 3031, and you're just
looks like a reject out of The Last Starfighter. Yeah, it's great.
What else you gonna do, man? What else you gonna do?
In the second one, he introduces a villain that he introduced in some Star Trek comic books back in the day. I can't remember the villain's name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
If anything, it is funny how kind of bloody it gets at the end, and it's still PG-13, and you're like,
Oh, Jesus.
But not too bad. I guess it's because it's alien blood. They didn't care, but I mean, I've seen them. I resaw them both with riff tracks, and they're not too bad to them. They're having fun. It would have been perfect for an MST episode, but I think this is it. You're seeing the same love that they put into the Puppet Masters and Trancers movies. So my only issue is they should have had some Tim Thomerson in there. He should have been a fool playing a guitar or something.
But no, well, they had all that.
Where's my doll man? Damn it!
There you go, doll man.
They had the tall guy as the Undertaker.
That was so much fun. He is just having a ball.
Oh, Angus Scrim?
No,
not
the guy
Angus,
from
but similar.
Played in Star Trek: The Next Generation is Troy's servant.
Manservant.
Yeah. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was in the Addams Family movies.
Carl Straken.
Yeah.
He played Lurch in the Addams Family movies. Yeah.
And every time he showed up somewhere, everybody would panic because every time he shows up, it's because somebody's going to die.
He was the fireman on Twin Peaks. Yeah, he's been in everything.
I've heard him talk and realize he's a very soft-spoken man.
Those Netherlands people, man, they'll do that sometimes. But
I think he's not among the living anymore.
No, he passed away.
No, he's still alive.
Still alive.
Oh, is he? Okay.
He's just 77 years old, so he might look dead.
I had
person.
just looked that up too yesterday. I was looking up something else, and yeah, he's still alive.
Wow.
But no, the one thing about Oblivion is, like, especially the first one, because Peter David's writing was more prevalent in that than in the second one.
Yeah.
And but he'd have all these jokes, like Sue.
It's very
George
risque,
Takei,
even though they don't show anything.
George Kai getting drunk, and then he's like Jim, and he's drinking Jim Beam.
Yeah, Jim Beam. It's very on the nose, but they're having so much fun. You just don't care. You're just like, this is a blast. It's like if you're hanging out with all your reject friends from college who are talented but still unemployed, and you just want to hang out with them. It's just that's basically what it is.
Well, and then there's a scene where they have an arm wrestling contest.
Oh God, it's crazy. Yeah.
And they got this thing called the Monding. And somebody says, "Whosoever knows fear burns at the touch of the Monding," which is a Man Thing quote from
Man Thing reference.
Oh, that's wild. So that's just it. There's little Easter eggs in there. So I just have fun with them. Like, I think they filmed it at that one famous place where they film all the other popular Westerns at the time, I think.
Oh, that one place. Oh.
Yeah, that one place. Yeah, but but that's
the place do all the cowboy movies.
Lot B at Warner Brothers.
I know Charles Band on his podcast he had briefly. He did say that they filmed some of it up in Europe, so the water that they're walking through in the caves in both movies was pretty icy cold for the cast. But yeah, I didn't mind the sequel. I would have seen a third one. Now, the best you're going to get is in 2016, Full Moon did come out with its own comic book line, and they did do a sequel where basically the main lizard guy's daughter invades the town, and it was a decent read.
Did Peter David have anything to do with writing that?
Let's see. I read it.
I don't think so.
Yeah, this was by Tim Seeley. Yeah, sorry, but it was fun.
Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with Tim Seeley. I almost think that's an upgrade from Peter David in some areas.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Peter is a great author, pretty controversial statements. I leave that all at the door. But
I think he did pretty good with Star Trek.
Oh yeah, he did. Great Star
he
Trek,
did amazing with Star Trek,
especially when he wrote his own characters for New Frontier.
J. Michael Straczynski was one of the few guys he would let co-write an episode of B5. The other was Neil Gaiman, but less on that said, the better.
I mean, let's face it. Peter David's run on the Hulk is probably the best run of all time.
Probably the longest run for the Hulk too.
The longest run. There's just no touching what he put together. I mean, it is just glorious writing for the Hulk.
Well, what did you think?
And don't forget about his run on X Factor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, his run on X Factor. In fact, I was really curious.
Not the reality show, guys. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, he was going to create some new character for X Factor, but they were going to do another crossover. He got pissed and quit.
Yeah, so he created Strong Guy, didn't he?
He created Strong Guy. He had a hand in a lot of some villains now that are just powerhouses, and there's one that he never got to create because of Marvel being Marvel.
Yeah,
it is wild how corporate all of our icons we once admired have become. It's just even. I was just talking to someone who used to work for Upright Citizens Brigade, and she was kind of reiterating some of what Andy Richter had said, where a lot of people who used to go there have stopped going there just because how it got so corporate. So it is kind of a shame how there's a lot of gatekeeping behind the scenes. There's a lot of just halting the brakes on what could be visionary ideas, but no one wants to fund them.
Bingo.
So that's why you got crowdfunders, GoFundMe's. Just
if you can ever find it, if you guys can find it, he had his own character he created called Fallen Angel.
Fallen Angel,
which is where he took some concepts he had when he was writing Supergirl, and when he stopped writing Supergirl, he went off to do his own thing, and that was Fallen Angel, and it was based on some of the ideas he had with Supergirl, I think.
Gotcha. Well,
and I think
it didn't run that long. I think it was only 12. Did it make it to 12 issues?
I don't know. I got a trade somewhere, but
Anywho, guys, I got to go. This was a delight having you on here, Smurf. Thank you, Jeff, for rejoining in the shenanigans.
Mac and Me was so bad it was horrible, but you could make fun of it. But Oblivion to me was campy to a point where it became endearing. They've done
it's supposed to be, but yeah, it is kind of wacky.
They do the space western, which is a trope that they've done a million times over. But with Oblivion, you have enough mixture of people, like from Star Trek. You have Julie Newmar in there, and you have some people. Playing Miss Kitty.
Yeah.
But what really makes Oblivion such a good movie for me is the fact that it doesn't just lay on that superficial level of, okay, we're going to have it in space, but it's going to be a Western, and we're going to see if the two can get along. They actually went very far with this to make it a movie that had connections. They made connections with people like me who are old, who watch television, old bad movies, and with a new group of people coming in that really made the chemistry work. I cannot say enough about that. I would almost like to say that maybe Josh Whedon picked up a thing or two for Firefly from watching Oblivion. Because the elements are there, but otherwise, Oblivion is one of my favorite bad movies of all time. Not even joking.
Yeah, it even became part of Riff Tracks. I was only able to rewatch it earlier this year as part of the Elvira 13 Nights of Halloween horror. That was fun. It's also cool seeing appearance by Meg Foster from They Live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Anyone else have just thoughts the way in? I mean, it is cool to see him play another character that he got to replay twice.
Yeah, I thought Oblivion was a lot of fun. I thought Oblivion 2 fell a little flat, but the
makeup
one,
especially.
Yeah, the first one was pretty awesome.
Yep. I remember not being the most impressed at first, but yet kind of had that innocent, fun kind of appeal to it. And yeah, after rewatching this, I mean, everyone pretty much just chews it up and has fun with it because, I mean, it's just a simple movie. And he works with a few other B-movie people. Whatever happened to Masata Vander?
Oh, yeah, she was so great in that movie, too. But yeah, I haven't looked into what she's done since then.
She lets out a lot of unexpected, just very risque lines. I'm like, whoa, damn. Okay. And Andrew's just playing around with the makeup, and so I guess you could say it was a good warm up for his later makeup heavy roles. And if you're going to be introduced to Full Moon, and I mean, it was even more interesting how it was a stepping stone for them because they got someone who had been mentored by Brian De Palma, and he was able to give it a limited screening back on like San Francisco.
Interesting.
I read that it came from the Video Isles, which does a history of these Full Moon pictures. And don't get me wrong, there's going to be plenty of other stuff that we bring up.
Oh, man.
We'll return after these messages.
If you like small town mystery, crazy news, and wild history, then the Florida Men on Florida Man podcast is for you. Each week, Josh Mills and Wayne McCarty bring you the absolute best Florida has to offer. So if you're looking for a show that's safe for the family, but funny enough to help you escape everyday life, then listen to the Florida Men on Florida Man podcast. That's Florida Men, plural, on Florida Man podcast.
Do you ever find yourself thinking about who would win in a fight between Goku and Superman? Hi, I'm James Gavsey, and on the Who Would Win show, me and my co-host Ray ignore anything important happening in the outside world and debate fictional battles between characters from comics, movies, and video games.
We got a new show every week, and almost always am I the winner.
Yeah, not true, Ray.
In the past, we've discussed such matches as Captain America versus Darth Vader, Solid Snake versus the Iron Giant, classic matchups like RoboCop versus Terminator, and even the Muppets versus Sesame Street.
That one was crazy. So if you're a fan of geek culture and love a spirited debate, check out the Who Would Win show wherever you get your podcasts, or check us out at whowouldwinshow.com.
Follow us on the web on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The podcast is available on Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Anchor, Apple, and anywhere else podcasts are available. Feel free to review our show and leave comments on any of those sites. Thanks a million for listening.
It's a jacked up